Okay, to take a precept. Repeat after me. Aham bande tisaranena saha pancha silam dhammaya jami anaugahan gadawa silam deta me bande dudiyambi aham bande tisaranena saha pancha silam dhammaya jami anaugahan gadawa silam deta me bande tadiyambi aham bande tisaranena saha pancha silam dhammaya jami anaugahan gadawa silam deta me bande yamaham vadami dhammadeta Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, dhammam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami. Tudiyambi Buddham saranam gacchami, tudiyambi dhammam saranam gacchami, tudiyambi sangham saranam gacchami. Tadiyambi Buddham saranam gacchami, tadiyambi dhammam saranam gacchami, tadiyambi sangham saranam gacchami. Tisarana gamanam paribonam Vanadi pada viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Adena dana viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Kamesu mecchācara viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Musāvāda viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Surameraya majjapamadatthana viramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Idame punyam asavakkayam vahang hotu idame silam nibbānassa paccayyo hotu tisaranena saha panca silam dhammam sarukam gattva pamadena sambādeta. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, Dhamma talk. Although introduction, so many faces are the same face. Okay, today Buddha, we are teaching about the Dhamma and Dhamma's quality. So, we usually take 3 refuges. Buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saranam gacchāmi, Sanඝaṃ saranam gacchāmi. So, what is the Buddha? What is the Dhamma? We need to know. So, Dhamma previously we have said about the Dhamma. Dhamma has 10 kinds of Dhamma, 4 mega, 4 phala, Nibbana as an object, Buddha's teaching to go to those mega phala Nibbana. So, those are very high situation, because the Dhamma, even in Buddha and Dhamma, Sangha, all are like a high level. Even in Sangha, Sangham Saranam Gacchāmi is not included ordinary bhikkhu. So, noble bhikkhus. So, because we were associated with them as a refuge. As a refuge means must be correct all the time. Cannot be wrong anything. In the same way, Dhamma, higher stage, is mega phala Nibbana. If you will get, or if you associate with those Dhamma, surely you will be good. You will sure be good or beneficial. No exception. But before reaching in that situation, for example, doing in dana, the result may not come suddenly. May need to wait. So now you do dana, first of all you will lose money. So you may need to check your ability, present life or future lives. If you have ability, no problem to do, because you can do and you can earn any time. Some people have ability, like a Bodhisattva trying to relinquish all, because he has ability. Mind also different, quality also different. For him, it is he can decide very clearly. But for some people, mind is not ready. If something nothing left, how they will feel? Will they be regret or not? Like that. Well, they will have ability or not to find other properties. Because of this, before the higher stage, based on persons, a little bit may have a different. But if you will get a mega phala Nibbana, it is very surely very good. Surely very good. So, but to reach a higher stage, need guides. That is the Buddha's teaching. In the Buddha's teaching, we can find very detailed. If you know more, you can survive in a different environment. If you don't know much, for some people it may not need a little guide enough. For some people need a very detailed. For example, even eating. So the Buddha said to eat moderately. So it is basic, but some people have many problems about that eating. Some people are already okay. They know, they already done for that. But for those, some people, it is a very important case. Even meditating in time, so many days may encounter these problems. Some people go to retreat, they think, oh, today I may not be able to eat dinner. So at lunchtime they eat a lot, but after that not comfortable. Those are not just 1 day, 2 days. It is very possible, a few days, maybe twice a week, thrice a week, because we cannot control our greedy mind or not so clear. Happen to do mistake quite akananga. So we learn that, contemplate, later we may be able to control. So in the same way, like a bodhicitta, bodhicitta is need to be balanced, standing and sitting like that. It is very basic for the health. If you don't sit or you don't do one bodhicitta extremely, you may not need much exercise. But some people's body is want to get up, still doing jobs. You may finish your jobs, but for the body, sometimes you need to give, how to say, health problem. You will accept health problems. So it is like basic things. Even basic, not much teaching, not much, how to say, may not need to learn a few things, but a very important point. Bodily posture, for example, eating moderately, so to practice. Some other things are also the same. For example, Mingla Sutta, not to associate foolish men. So it is a very basic. If someone fails that, everything will stop. Possible. Many possibilities. If someone, especially when we was young, if we associate wrongly, so sometimes the person may turn the other side, from bad side. So like that, everything in the Buddha's teachings lead to be beneficial, to have more benefit. So if we go to directly like a meditation, so still have some other problems. Meditation, because we need to survive, we need to have food, we need to have a dwelling place or good association. So those are, to be like that, we need a surrounded teaching. Even in bhikkhus, for example, bhikkhu 2 meal, many things, we wearing ways, speaking ways, or shaving hair, like that. So those are to send that situation, to be okay for that situation. So small things may lead to get those higher dhammas, Magaphala Nibbana. So if we learn Buddha's teaching widely, we will find those things. But Dhammasranangis Chami is Dhamma means a higher situation, sure stage. Once you got that, really it is a reliable or dependable. So you can depend on that. So because of this, Dhamma is mainly Phomagga Phophala Nibbana. Teaching is because of the cause of those Dhamma. Teaching also included as a Dhamma. Teaching, just knowing, understanding without practicing will not get benefit. Because of cause, so teaching also included in the Dhamma. So Dhamma's quality, actually, many things, like the same as Buddha's quality. Many, uncountable, but most of famous qualities usually we recite. Swakado, Bhagavada, Dhammo, These are famous qualities. Also can practice as a meditation, those qualities. So meditation will produce especially piti, joy, and some concentration, but it cannot produce until jhana. So, number one quality is, if someone want to practice as a meditation, so stay in a quiet place, after that reflect these qualities. So, for the daily life also, when you have a free time, you can think about that. Walking in time, or before sleeping, after sleeping. These are for the mind. So mind always taking one object to stay. So if we can choose the right things, it is beneficial for the mind. So for the practitioner, although going or standing and sleeping, so can do jobs. It is we may say jobs, doing jobs. No free time. So number one is a Swakkhato. Swakkhato Bhagavata Dhammo. That is one sentence. Dhamma is Swakkata, Su-ekkata, well taught, well proclaimed. Bhagavata, by the Buddha. So well taught here, quite many definitions. Beginning, middle, at the end, or good, something like that. So about the beginning, middle, at the end, have some other definition. Quite many definitions, but something which is interesting, I will tell you. So, for example, sila, it is the beginning. Sila also, not to kill, not to steal, etc. It is a good, acceptable. Everybody easy to accept. May not like killing, may not like stealing. Pure. Never say killing is good. Killing is not good. In the same way, stealing is not good. So, stealing itself, killing itself, those are not good. Sexual misconduct or telling a lie, not to do that is good. So we hear that. So no harming others, no harming own self. Because of this, it is good. So in the middle, here says samatha vipassana mekha phala. So if someone practices samatha, if it improve, really good. In the same way, vipassana mekha phala. Nibbana is at the end. So in this way, Nibbana also once see, surely will be happy, can reduce defilements. So another definition is like Buddha is a really good Buddha. Appearance is good. So his any actions, something he has done, all are good. So real Buddha, he can guide anything until like him. So even in his way, he show how to be Buddha. Not like that. Only he can be Buddha. The others must be disciple. Not that situation. If you want to be Buddha, have a way. He mentioned clearly how to be Buddha. In the same way, Buddha's disciple, chief disciple's way, normal disciple's way, everything it is clear. How to be king or deva, how to be Brahma. So realm also mentioned like four woeful state. If someone want to reborn, possible. It is to avoid, the Buddha said. How to be human? Human lives are how? Not just now it is a human. Historically, as a lifespan, for example, from us in India to 10, something like that. How people have to be 10 years, how have to be very long life, like a human history mentioned. So different timing, different situations, all mentioned very detailed. In the same way about the Deva realms. About the Deva realms also the Buddha mentioned very clearly many informations. So of the human, of the Deva, some of them we can check, not all. We can check, we can understand after reading Buddha's teaching. So if something is reasonable, correct, some we can make sure, the other things we can believe more, like that. So first of all, we need to read, we need to understand. In the same way, Brahma realm, something very strange. The Buddha mentioned how Brahma stay. So what is the reason? For example, meditation, jhana, samatha to practice. So quite reasonable practicing their life is. In the same way, beyond those realms as Nibbana. Nibbana also mentioned. How is Nibbana? How to go? It is quite clear. So, very detailed. What are the realms? How to go? Very detailed. So if we read for the knowledgeable person, at least can guess. This one only knowledgeable person can do, because some of them we can know. We can know because of some people have faith that they follow and practice. Whoever follow Buddha's teaching, result is good. Even in monks. So monks are more obvious because of their life is those practitioner lives. Fully followers, may say like that. Lay people are one thing, so want to enjoy lives, just to maintain some goodness only. No, don't want to trying to cut off all problems. As a nature, generally, monks' lives are special life to practice, so will be more obvious if someone follow or not follow. So because of this, Buddha is a good Buddha, real Buddha. So in the beginning, it is good. So compared to this Buddha, no other things mentioned such details. Even Abhidhammas about the mind, how we think, about the body. So very detailed, very useful, very beneficial. If someone really trying to follow Buddha's teaching, the result will come soon. So approach a good teacher who can explain so dhammas, make questions. Sometimes a bit different. Group teaching, individual is different. Why? Individual is we may be able to know what is the background, what is your doubt. As a group is we have to teach generally. You may understand, you may not understand. So cannot say very detailed. So because of this, in the Buddha's teaching, we have a chance to know very detailed or very clearly about that. So because of this, Buddha is a good Buddha, real Buddha. Because of this, beginning is good. And Dhamma we learn, so good in the middle. Dhamma also good. We learn Dhamma different from maybe some other teachings, or like pure. Pure. Never say killing is good. Killing is not good. So stealing is not good. Something like that. For example, karma and karma result. We have a good deed or bad deeds. Other people know or not know. We don't dare to do bad things. Sometimes among us, we not so united. Sometimes, not correct or not the same. But we believe among good people, you don't dare to do evil things about me. We may hate a little bit others, but naturally we understand. Because of understanding, doing bad is not good. We can do bad things, As a human, usually to do bad things is quite easy. About others, another rule. So, but if intention is not good, don't dare to do. Sometimes we believe in each other, although he hates me, if really following Buddha's teaching, so he may not do bad things for me, may not dare to do. So we also the same. Because our view is good and bad things, other people know or no, we know ourselves. We will take our responsibilities. So don't dare to do. It is very believable among people. No, it is many problems. Producing things really beneficial or not. Some are dangerous. They want to make money. They have skills. They have ability, but they don't have a character, understanding karma and karma result. They know how to make their profit. And say they are profit, actually we don't believe they are beneficial. They will suffer again. So society also suffered, they also were suffered. Only they have ability, but they don't have karma and karma understanding. It is very dangerous. So must learn in this education. Without learning in this education, so a bit dangerous. People only learn skills, want to learn. We have some ability. For example, some people are strong, easy to harm others. So knowledgeable, can oppress others easily. But if someone understands cause and effect, will not use. Have ability, will not use. Some people may have ability to change many people's mind, may lead to go to mistakes. So those are many are learning in this way, how to do, because for their benefit. Maybe something, some cases. So we may not give time to learn those things. Although we know, we may not dare to do, even may not say. Let it be. We may not have no power, but let it be. We don't want to use power wrongly. So because of this, because of Dharma, if we have ability, we were trying to use for the benefit, not trying to find the benefit for us by harming others, although have ability. So because of this Dhamma, even like karma and karma understanding, very basic, it is very pure, it is very important. So if someone not have a karma and karma understanding, it is a bit dangerous. One thing is that they attach their body, greedy. It is also one thing. But Buddha's teaching, not just a karma understanding, how to reduce attachment on self. So if they really practice, not much attaching to the body, because of not much attaching, it may not be selfish, can reduce the selfish. Without those knowledge, especially like a vipassana mind, not easy to relinquish, not easy to reduce a greedy mind. And so some people are trying to do others' benefit. By doing others' benefit, later people venerate a lot, offer a lot, they have gains. After having gains, they become attached. So they happen to go wrong ways. So it is possible, because they don't know how to reduce attachment. So originally, before having, like, it seemed to be good. If we really have, they cannot stop a greedy mind. So for the Buddha's teaching, have a karma and karma understanding. In the same way, can practice not to attach everything or even own body. So at that time, they are still doing good deeds, but they're trying to do good deeds. They're trying to use their body or ability for the others. Not because of hoping from others. They're trying to produce higher qualities, their own self, higher quality. They themselves may not need much things, but still doing, still trying. That is for the others. Although say for the others, own self automatically including. So his bodily, mentally become very powerful. So more and more powerful. Life after life, learning is very quick. Maybe already rich, something like that. Can do faster than others. So these are especially Bodhisattvas, Bodhisattva, Buddha, the Buddha to be, future Buddha. So they are doing like that. Because of this, any life they are leader, they can learn very fast. Because also they are is to help others, not much attaching into the body. Because of this, they can abandon their life to help others. Even enemies, they're trying to help. Mindset is very different. So, because of those Dhamma teaching, it is the right Dhamma. Next one is Sangha. Sangha also, because of practicing good way, it is a good Sangha. So society do be good based on rule. So if a rule is good, who practice rules will be good. So Sangha's group, we can see until now, the Buddha's passed away already like 2,500 or 600 years. Sangha groups, compared to other groups, still very strong. Although the Buddha is very far, still very united, very respect each other, really love each other in a good Sangha group. More than like brothers and sisters, sometimes. More than blood relatives. More than blood relatives. Sometimes blood relatives, yes, good in the beginning, and later some cases happens because they have a greedy mind. Once the defilements come out, so cannot be good. So to be good, to maintain goodness without reducing in defilements, a bit difficult to do that. Even like husband and wife, maybe want to be royalty. But if a defilements come up, cannot be a bit difficult. So how to oppress, how to stop defilements, it is quite important. So only in the Buddha's teaching have ways, those method. So Adi Kalyana is a Buddha is good, Meji Kalyana, middle goodness is Dhamma is good. At the end, Sangha also good. Because of this, it is Buddha's teachings are Swakhada, well taught. Another one, by listening, can remove defilements. By practicing, can get happiness, samatha vipassana happiness. By attaining megaphala, it is also very good. All are very good like that. Yeah, right Dhammas, if something explaining reasonably, if so, when we hear, we have energy. Because of right cause and effect is correct. If something not correct, not so good, no energy. Because of this, whenever we teach right Dhamma, the mind will be strong. Like eating delicious food, you will satisfy. So, but surely we may need like a teacher's ability, some cases. So some are say like water is good, the words are good, the meanings are good, like that. About the word, Pali language is especially mentioning how to pronounce short and long, where we need to touch something, mouth, how to open. So have details. So we can learn Pali grammar in the Buddha's teaching. So actually I learn grammar quite deeply in the Pali, but I don't learn the other grammars. For example, English, mostly I learn myself. Because of based on Pali grammar, I have learned quite okay, possible to learn. Because of analyzing knowledge, so at least it's something I can get from the Pali. If someone say where they touch, I say but they don't understand. So where they touch, how long they touch, for example. So how long they keep a mouth. So those I have learned from the Pali. So a little bit can notice. In the same way, the word is a connection. How they connect. So because of this Buddha's teaching, even in the Pali, in the word, it is possible nicer than the other language. So in the same way, meanings we hope are more stable. So from this language is quite long time ago. Still we are learning. Quite many people who are knowing about the language, because maybe that is a language because the language is good. Another thing is we have a faith stronger than other learners. So because of this, we may not allow to disappear this language. Sangha, generation to generation, we may not allow to disappear this kind of teaching. So even books is a bit different. Pali books may be decorated by gold, and put a very nice place. So because people's faith, cannot compare. I think cannot compare to the other things. Even in Myanmar, you go many Goras, although in the poor country. So, well, nicely doing. We may not be able to compare about the, how to say, commercial buildings to Singapore, but religion build things may be possible to be compared, although it is a poor country, because of their faith. Because of their faith is strong. So why is strong? Because of it is precious. So so another thing is Pali language. If we learn, so later in the last life, if they practice vipassana, if they got attainment, it is possible to understand the Pali language without learning. So once the Dhamma improve, this language automatically will understand. So it is something different. So according to saying, Brahmas are saying in this language. Because humans are, after destroying the world, Brahma reborn as a human, they also may start to speak. So in the beginning of Eon, Pali languages are used by the people. So the other language may disappear. Pali language will not disappear from the world. So these are something a bit special. So next definition is well-taught means not changing meaning. Not changing meaning. Not changing meaning means some other teachings, although they say it is dangerous, it is for the liberation. So, but reality is different. So, in the Buddha's teaching, if the Buddha say, this is a dangerous thing to do, if so really dangerous, saying and reality will not be different. For example, killing is not beneficial, the Buddha may say. So, really not beneficial. If someone kill, a little bit may not be obvious. If it do more, will be obvious. You know. So some people may follow killing. So surely will be obvious. We can see some of people a lot of killing. If a higher beings was, so if so can check those people how they were, how is their life. In the same way, stealing. Good or bad, sometimes if you do little but not obvious. Not obvious. If you do bigger amount, will be very obvious. Some people follow wrong teaching. Surely, obviously, will have a bad result. So, Buddha's teaching, if it is dangerous, if the Buddha say, it is really dangerous. Not trying to go opposite way. Follow trying to Buddha's teaching. Dangerous things to avoid, if so safe. So dangerous thing want to do, it is a problem because of right teaching. In the same way, this is the liberation, this Dhamma is to be free from suffering, the Buddha said. If someone follow, meaning may not change, will be like that. Only need to do. Need to do. Need to do. So, but some basic surely have. Basic is, at least a human quality. Some people surely cannot learn even easy ones. Even in directions south and north, they may not know. Some people, human quality is very low. Those are even quality they need to establish in this life. How to establish, the Buddha may give a way, but may not be mature. Some people only can learn elementary only. Some are like middle, or some are high school. Some are until the higher stage they can learn. That is the human qualities. So it is also how to establish the Buddha teach to be better. So meaning is not changing. So saying reality is the same thing. Because of this, it is a sakkato, well taught. If saying is the other, reality is the other. If so, that is not well taught. For example, higher situation, people think self. It is just a word. No reality. Just a view. No self in the body. So whoever hold there is a self, it is a problem. So whoever really understand even a little thinking non-self, it is beneficial. So once we have a disease, to think just as a materiality mentality, if so, you can release the suffering. It is a reality. Although you think a self, just you are thinking how to, but no reality. Body will not follow your desire. You cannot do anything when you hold this one. So something like that. But to understand that, have levels, need to hear, need to practice, need to explain again and again. So only by doing this system, if really understand them, need to go very systematically. So, okay, by listening also some knowledge can get. By thinking again and again, some knowledge can get. By practicing deeply, so we understand deeply. So the more you practice, the mind is more stable, more flexible. So those are like karma and karma result. Reality is a have. The Buddha teach. If someone say no have, it is not according to reality. So no future life, no past life. If it is a reality, it is good. We may not need to practice. Because of not reality, we have to practice. So reality is different. So Buddha's teaching, saying and reality is matching. If you follow the Buddha's teaching, so we have a good benefit. So if wrong teaching, whoever follow will suffer. So wrong teaching or right teaching is which is to be clear is you trying to follow fully, trying to follow with much effort. If so, well obvious. In any teaching, have strong people who are really follow. So you're trying to see those, even Buddhists, although say Buddhist, practice lazily, may not obvious, even not understand. So, if I think want to know, if someone really follow, trying to understand the teaching, trying to follow according to teaching. So, if really follow with a lot of effort, a lot of time, well obvious. Right teaching or wrong teaching well obvious. So, yes, well taught is because of not changing a meaning. So, another definition is okay, some I will skip. Swakado, I think enough, well taught. Next one is Sandaitika. Sandaitika. So, Swakado, actually, I explained about the teaching only. About the Magga Phala, also here mentioned. The Magga is a middle path. Middle path means not harming body, not enjoying sensualities. So, because of mental path, it is well taught, something like that. So, Nibbana, Nibbana also well taught. Why Nibbana is well taught? Once someone Nibbana, see Nibbana, it is very dependable. The person becomes very brave. Can remove a doubt and wrong view. We're not reborn in a woeful state. So, because of this, Nibbana is really dependable, reliable. So, normally we depend on this and that, especially own body. But the body is not stable. Many problems. In the same way, we may depend on money. Money is not stable. Connected to many things. We are depending on that. So, because of this, life is not stable. So, we may depend on parents, friends, husband and wives, all are not stable. So, Nibbana is not like that. Only you trying to have. Once you have, really dependable, problems will cease. So, because of this, Nibbana is such permanent, never changing, never losing, amida, no death. So, reliable, it is a hidden place from the problems. Because of this, Nibbana also well taught. So all 9 kinds of dhammas are practicing also good, gaining also good. Practicing and gaining is matching. So to go to pure life, practicing is pure, not to kill, not to steal, to concentrate, something like that. So all are well taught. Okay, we move the next one. Sandaitika. Sandaitika is science by itself. Daitika is to be seen, visible by own self. So, if someone got mega path knowledge, he can know himself. No need to discuss with the teacher, if he really got. But some people are practicing vipassana diligently, no defilements, but not yet gaining. Because of no defilements, a long time, they think they are self. I may have a nibbana. Can be. Ordinary people can be. Some people really practice. Because some monks stay in the forest, practice morality, concentration also they have. They are covered by many things. Defilements are not so easy to come. Not like staying in the city. Because in the city maybe once sees this and that, defilements may come out. So they are staying covered by everything. Surrounded, very pure, good environment they are staying. So no defilements. So long time they think they are self. Maybe I got attainment. No, not yet really. So it is possible. But if a real ones really gains for them, no need to discuss. Very clear. Can see by himself. It is visible. Not like some Dhamma, such a thing, you need to die fast. No need to die. If according to Buddha's Dhammas, before dying can know, visible. So, noble person, they can know their self, what they have. Sotapaddi Magga or Sakadagami Magga or Nagami Magga. So, they will not think around things. It is also by making no defilements. Because of no defilements, they are very clear, can see any times. So some defilements they are removed. Clear, anytime can see. Not like Vadali Jhana. Vadali Jhana you practice. If later you don't practice, will disappear. It is a not stable stage. Mega, further and fruition knowledge is a stable stage. So can see by himself. Sandaitiko is visible by own self. So it is about the mega explained. So next one, 9 kinds of Lokottara Dhamma, 4 mega, 4 phala, and nibbana. It is also after gaining, they reflect, what is happening? What mega, what phala, what nibbana? So we call that is a gaining process is one process. After that, another process, see back. That is we say Vichavakana process, reviewing process. With the reviewing knowledge, they can see their path, their fruition, and nibbana. Because of this, 9 kinds of dhammas are visible by own self. Not just teachers marking, you are Sotapanna, not like that. Own self can know very clearly. So it is sun is by own self. Daitika is visible. Another definition is sun is it is self. Databo is Daitika is visible. So it is a normal process. It is self-aware too. You no need to think very intentionally. Once you got next process will see back. So for example, if something happened in your mind very strangely, you may think back automatically. What is happening? So next one is Sandaitika is Sandaita and Ika. Sandaita is Sandaiti is Deity is view. San is to be praised. The view which should be praised. So means good view. So Sandaitika is which Sandaitika is which can dispel, can remove with the guru, with the good view, by good view. So about that, first of all, about the full mega. So if someone have a full mega, so can dispel defilements, And so Phala is next to mega. So as a result, can dispel defilements. So Nibbana is as an object, will help as an object to dispel defilements. So Sandaitika means which some Dhamma which can dispel by the first view, by the right view. So it is the quality of 9 kinds of Dhamma. 9 kinds of Dhamma. So next definition is Sandaitika is worthy to be seen. Worthy to be seen. So worthy to be seen means 9 kinds of those 4 mega 4 phala nibbana is it is worthy to see. Once someone see any danger, they can dispel any danger. So only need to see that Dhamma, need to get that Dhamma, will dispel any danger. Not like some other things. We earn money, we learn education from young, still have danger. So in the same way, we earn money, so money we got. Something useful, but danger not yet stop it. Still have a danger. We have a health problem, life problem. So, but Nibbana, Megaphala, you're trying to see. So if see, all danger will stop. So you may say it is boring because of no problem. So that's your imagination. We're not bored. And so worthy to see, Sandaitika, worthy to see. So Sandaitika is visible by own self, visible itself, which can dispel by praised view, worthy to see, worthy to see. So one of the good meanings is Dhamma is can see presently, only need to practice, can see presently. Not after passed away or like that. Some people say, how can you see next life? No need to wait next life. According to quality, can see present life. So very clear. Not hearing from the others, not dependent on others marking, own self can see. And next one is akaliko. Akaliko is, how to say, may translate no timely. Kala is a time. Timeless Dhamma. Timeless Dhamma means among Dhammas, among 9 Dhammas, this is referred to mega, 4 mega. 4 mega is that is like merit or actions. 4 phala is a result. So now you listen Dhamma, it is a good deed, can produce a human or life. But result is not now. No, when it is mature, need to wait a certain time. But about the 4 mega, you're trying to get now, within like 1 second, phala you will have, result you will have. That result is not changeable. Anytime can see Nibbana with the phala knowledge. So whenever you see Nibbana, the mind is peaceful. Life is safe. So We may have an education, our education, learned. We're trying to see. Sometimes we are have to try not to forget. So in the same way, sometimes money is good mostly, but sometimes worry, not to taken away by other people. So have to protect. Not so easy. We're trying to get something even like a husband, wife, son and daughters, monies, educations, worldly things are like that. So something good, but still have a side effect. So sometimes more. Side effect is more, Little happiness. For the little, even education, how we have to suffer, Want to stay with the parents and together. Every day have to go, crying. Later we got. How much beneficial, not so sure. In the same way, money have to earn by using a lot of times. Sometimes even in life, I need to relinquish. So although sometimes when we got, have to maintain. Sometimes it disappear very quickly. Not easy to get. A lot of suffering, a lot of sacrifices. Happiness is not much. Not much. The same way, this body we take care a lot, but happiness is maybe a little. About 40, 50, many suffering come up. One day good time is less. Many times not good. So you see people exercise, running, very busy. So to take care medicine. So I see people are running, take care of themselves very much. So quite busy. If there is the way, should do that. Should go that way. Although not stable, although how much they exercise, how much they care, this body finally will cry. So that is everybody. Before that, there are many people. Many people, later our turn. So new generation will be like that. So if someone really have a big aim, trying to solve these problems, the Buddha said there is a way. There is a way, not like no ways. So mega, this Buddha's Dhamma, mega, you're trying to get mega. Phala is, result is certainly will come. No need to wait. So even once I come, last. Next, if you learn a Vidama, you may know mega phala. No gaps. It is anandara pachayo. Immediately after mega. So although not destroy. So very stable. So because of this, we need to do akalika, timeless Dhamma. So if we reflect, we may want more. We may be able to follow Buddha's teaching. So we can produce a big aim. So this akalika is only Megha's quality. Megha's quality, not Phala or Nibbana's quality. Timeless Dhamma. So not like Vadali Kusala. You do dana, you practice sila. Not suddenly. Not suddenly. But Megha you're trying to get, it is suddenly. Next one is Ehi Basika. Ehi Basika is Wadi to Ehi. Ehi is come. Basa is see. Ika is like a Wadi. Wadi to call someone, come and see. Wadi to say. Wadi to invite someone, come and see. Like that. Why it is a Wadi? Two reasons. One is because I really have. For example, some people may hold nothing inside, but I cannot say, come and see, because of nothing inside. You maybe stay far, like that. So I have a gold or silver or ruby or like that. If you really have, you can say, it is worthy to invite, come and see. So with the empty hand, cannot invite in this way. So like magician, you should stay distance. So another one is because of pure things. So pure things are worthy to invite because of pure good things. So no need to hide, no need to hidden or hide, no need to be hidden. So if it is not pure, dirty things, you need to cover. People we are cover, we wear clothes. Something beautiful part may show. If not beautiful, we cover like that. Even smell, no original smell may not be good. We cover by good smell. So because if not pure, it is not worthy to invite, come and see. So because of Buddha's teachings are pure, even Buddha said we not cover, everybody can learn. We're trying to say for everybody. No need to cover. This one is not shameful one. And this one is a shameful one. We no need to cover. Can teach everything from the Buddha's teaching because of pure. Because of pure. If something is not pure, have to cover with something, cannot show. So Buddha's teachings are only sometimes we don't have time to explain very detailed. We may not dare to teach because of no time to explain. So some really don't want to listen for a long time. If so, we may not teach something. But if we have time to explain, if we really want to learn, so everything can say. Buddha's teachings are quite many. I think more than the other teachings, very detailed, many widely teaching. So can explain everything. No need to be shameful about that. So because of pure things, we can invite. This is come and see like that. So 9 kinds of dhammas it is really have according to here saying like a moon in the sky. It is obvious, especially in the Buddha time. Now it is not see, but whoever follows seriously, different from other people, you will see anger really. So sometimes people you cannot see person to person, the same person. For example, before practicing, after practicing, maybe own self. Sometimes some people are naturally quite peace. Maybe previous life affected their mind. So if own person more correct. As a group, okay. True. As a group, like 100 people, outside 100 people. If you come back, if so, you will have a right answer. But individually, some practitioners are quite angry. So maybe he is before more than that. Some people although not practice naturally quite peaceful. Maybe previous life they have stayed in the Brahma realm, or they have practiced. But own person is more clear. Should be if someone practice this and that. If I don't want to listen, need to see anger, or not. 1 year, how many times? For example, greedy or not, easy to check. Normally people are not fair. If something allow, they are greedy higher and higher. Angers are possible. If not have a chance, covered by rule, they may not have a greedy, So if we stay together, quite obvious each other, how much greedy. So by checking in this, quite can understand quite much. Because as human, we have many problems normally. But if someone is practicing right teaching, So the mind quite stable. Maybe 1 year, even one time, may not cry. So may not be so, may not show obviously anger, rarely see. It is not so easy, easy for the human nature. So because of this, those dhammas are like a moon in the sky, also like rubies, good rubies. It means very pure. So can say ehibasika, worthy to invite by saying come and see. Ehi is come, basa is see, ika is worthy. So it is a dhamma's quality. Ehibasiko, dhammas are worthy to invite, come and see. Okay, time is up. We should stop. So those quality is to reflect, to understand. Okay, if there is a questions, you can ask.
Bhante, thank you for the talk. We talk about Dhamma. There seems to be a perception that Buddha's teaching will only last for about 5,000 years, and we are already 2,600 years into it. And there are perception that right now we are almost, we already passed the midpoint towards the end. And there are perception in the marketplace that, there's no point practicing because you'll never attain, or it's very rare and difficult to actually obtain Maggaphala. And thus you have a set of teachings from different schools that says, just practice a few mantra and just read the mantra and it will take you to this beautiful destination. I'm just curious whether did Buddha mention anything in the sutta that how the Dhamma will end, and in this day and time, how do we counter or ensure that the real Dhamma will continue to be practiced, by the right people and taught by the right people?
Yeah. The Buddha appear known like a Pa-Auk. It is quite possible, possible like less power and power, because. But anyway, until now, last quite strongly compared to other teachings, other ideas. So because of this right teaching, to choose a bit difficult. Only, how to say, we ourselves should try. Normally, if someone is knowledgeable, if we really listen, how is the idea discussing, it is possible to know the truth. How much wise, will be less amount, because of even our faith, that you have this idea, how much right, or like that. It is a really right teaching or not. That's already something weak. So found out also quite far. Because of this, it is surely not like Buddha's time. Surely not Buddha's time. Only we use our knowledge. But you may have learned something. So you discuss different teachers and talk. If you may need to give time, how to practice, how is the present situation, how much they practice, how much level they are gaining. So based on that, faith increase. Sometimes we ourselves not much power to follow. Not because of teachings, teachings situation, not because of teaching. we are not following fully. It is quite normal, even worldly cause and effect. For example, even earning money, surely someone's success. But to follow, to be like that, is not many people can do. So it is obvious, but not easy. So because of this, we need to make more effort. In the Buddha time, easy approach Buddha. Buddha will take everything. How is your mind? So now we are not Buddha. We have to learn any possibilities. For example, if possible, and check. So, this one more will be more correct. So we may need to decide. So after deciding, we may practice. Also, we may see some other people. For example, Pa-Auk, we are usually Pa-Auk Sayagyi's disciple. You can go Pa-Auk centers, a few things, ask any questions. How you are practicing, how is improvement. So they may say something. By hearing, we can decide a bit. So now I also talk. You hearing something, you may hear like that. So compared to other things, some doubt may have. You explain. If so, at least we may know. We may be able to decide something. May not be like until Megafala, for example. Some are like a morality stage. Now it is a concentration stage. For example, quite clear. Megafala stage is a little bit not so clear. So something like that. So if you got one thing, some people can practice morality, gaining result. They satisfy. If so, next step, close to belief. If you have a concentration, some power, so you may believe vipassana. Also very easy to go. A few months, a few days you practice, will see something. For example, rising and flourishing, those things, something you may satisfy. So once you see rising and flourishing of worldly things, Nibbana to guess a bit easier. Because Nibbana is the other thing you have seen, rising and flourishing, this stage. Nibbana is not this rising and flourishing. At least something to compare. So because of this, first of all, listen and discuss. Second, after that you may choose and practice. Or also practitioner, also you can ask someone practically. The Buddha also, Buddha approach one ascetics, Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva, the Alala Uddaka, you may know. Two ascetics who gets the jhana. The Buddha listen. They are saying, by listening, Bodhisattva listen. By listening, he can decide. Oh, this person, not just by faith, he is saying. He experienced these things. He can decide because he is knowledgeable. So some people, we sometimes, although we cannot decide, although someone say clearly, some cases, for example, science, I listen, I cannot find a reason to connect. That is my knowledge. It's not enough about the science. So normally, we need to have some knowledge. That is maybe basic human quality, basic human education. So once he listens, he can decide. These are not just by faith that he's saying. He gained something. After that, he believes himself. Not only he has faith, I also faith. Not only he has effort, I also have effort. After believing others, some people say, maybe I cannot do that. Some are not like that. He has confidence. If you can get, I can get. So his way is like that. So we may need to follow that way. We're trying to listen, if a doubt, a question. After that, we need to believe ourselves. If you got, I can get. Something like that.
Yeah, thank you. Although sometimes when you talk about having faith, the perception is, since Buddhism is never about faith, other religion, they may talk about having just faith, just believe, you know. But Buddha is always about come and see, and you don't even need so much faith. And it's almost paradox. It's almost a contradiction, because on one hand we are saying that, you know, the Dhamma, you don't need faith, but on the other hand you're asking me to have faith in karma, which is a past life that cannot be proven. So how do you tell people that?
Faith is have a level. You cannot have a suddenly. For example, if something can explain reasonably, make sure. For example, not to kill. For example, killing is no go. For example, killing is no go is quite generally. This is a basic, quite reasonable. If you think God, I will kill you, something like that. So may not be proper, you know, quite.
Only in the video games.
So another thing is have to check without killing what I will have problems. You know, because I may instruct you not to kill. If you follow that, what problem you will have? If you don't have a problem, trying to follow, trying to believe, you know, after practicing day by day, maybe 1 year, you may satisfy or like that. So breathing is the same, breathing in meditation. I may teach here to breathe. Also you may ask a few people in Pa-Auk. Maybe you may have friends, you may have someone believable ones, even in foreigners in Myanmar, you ask, how is the improvement? They say light or something like that. They are normally may not be telling lie or something, you may be able to guess. Also, by following this, what you will have problems? At least you must need to give time. So, give time, but problem may not be so serious by trying to know this breathing. So if you follow, and later you may have light, you may have a good feeling, you may have a concentration. If so, 2 steps. Oh, this one is believable, like that. So if once one step is correct, we can follow another steps. Another step also correct, if so more believe. In this way, believing will increase. So it is quite visible. For the karma, we may say, for example, good deed, bad deed. For example, there are many ways. So we have a deeper situation. In the vipassana, can see past life, something like that. So in the concentration practicing, more clear, can see own self. But it is less people improve. Can still have admit, but how much sure we cannot know. You should listen yourself. You should, if we are knowledgeable, maybe possible to decide. This is by faith or by reality. So it is a bit far. We have maybe for the ordinary people far. So some other things we can check. Different people, reasonable things. Someone was born in the same day, young. One child many people love. One child hate. Many people hate. They not do any actions, not wrong anything, but the result is already different. What is behind? So something like that. In the same way, some are ugly, some are beautiful. Eating is the same. This weather we stay together. Someone may sick, someone may not sick. So even in the same family, knowledge is not the same, ability is not the same. So something goes behind. It is possible karma, the Buddha encouraged. Sometimes the specific cause and effect. This person, this weakness, also mindsets are something like that. If we learn specific, a bit possible to know. This mindset and this result are quite matching, something like that. So it is a reasonable thinking. Another thing, sometimes we have to check. By believing that there is a good or bad, what kind of action I will perform by holding in this view. usually will do good deeds, will not do bad deeds. If so, what will happen? Something like that. People will praise. Next life, if not have no result. If have, he's still okay. Next life, we can think 50-50. So, if another 50, we don't need to worry. Older, 50 is quite dangerous. So, if someone have ability to follow, trying to be safe, like a grandee, you may have a grandee or I don't know, insurance. Insurance you may use or not use. That is not so sure. But if you are a knowledgeable person or who has ability, so if so, you may do insurance. Sometimes I may try to be good, so to save another 50. For example, sometimes we have reasonable things. Normally, faith are not just to believe certainly all, step by step. Listening stage is listening stage. So do like that, not certainly. But if the Buddha's teachings are right things, some people not have a thinking, yeah, they believe. They never, for example, Myanmar, we because all are Buddhist, some are not thinking. Really, they think next life. Never think. If you say there is no next life, why you are very foolish? So you are like wind people, will say. But anyway, if it is correct, they happen to believe real things. They do donation lots. They practice moralities. They're trying to be good. If it is a reality, they will be good. They will be good. Because they happen to believe a reality. So it is also faith. So, because of this, we may not explain those people. Let it be. Because we think, like children, sometimes they believe. If our parents, this way thinking is good, we were allowed to think. So, because of their benefit. So normally, we're not just pushing to have faith. We have some explanation or reasonable things, step by step, to save. Especially like killing, because of friend to friend, we ourselves, not to kill, it's a very precious things. If killing, we are doing dangerous things, we believe. Because of this, we sometimes we need friends to practice. Sometimes we have to say, although you don't believe, if you follow, what will happen? If not have a problem, trying to follow. Because I think this is dangerous. So we can say at least, by following this, what you will happen? If not have a problem, so you trying to follow. In the same way, you may suggest to me, although I don't believe, if I am not problem, some cases we don't believe, but sometimes we can follow no problem. For example, drinking tea in the evening, a bit confused. Some can or cannot. But sometimes we may think it can, but if other people not happy, we may follow. Because although not drinking tea for me, no problem. Something like that. So sometimes we have to choose in this way. We have to choose. By testing in this way, some cases, we may have a result. When we have a result, we may be able to produce some faith. We go in this way, not just pushing you must have faith. Only we say faith is one factor. Good. Good.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. Okay. One question. Okay. Ehi is the same. Ehi is a come. Ehi bhikkhu is a come. Bhikkhu comes. Ehi bhikkhu means a bhikkhu comes. The same ehi. Okay. sharing merit. Idam me punyam nibbanasa pachayo hodu mama punya bhagam sava sadanam bhajemi tesabe me samam punya bhagam labantu sadhu sadhu sadhu.